Who is responsible for the care and rehabilitation of the territory's homeless and mentally ill individuals? Many have said it is the government's responsibility, but according to Community Mental Health, the responsibility is not the government's, it is the BVI's. Walter Barrett has this report.
On Monday, July 9th, Senior Magistrate Valerie Stevens sentenced Sonel Hanley to 6 months imprisonment for common assault. Hanley, who made headlines last year when residents raised concerns about him bathing in public, open places, pled guilty to physically assaulting a tourist unprovoked. The matter comes on the heels of concerns that were raised over the airwaves recently on such programs as JTV's Speak Your Mind, where residents sought clarification on who is responsible if persons considered to be mentally ill act out in an aggressive, unprovoked way. JTV News spoke with Dr. Virginia Rubain, Head of Community Mental Health, and Dr. June Samuel, Chief of Medical Staff, on the issue of the territory's homeless and mentally ill.
What we try to do at Community Mental Health is try to prevent crises by keeping people as well as possible. And certainly in situations where we know people are not well, we make sure we provide access to treatment and care, short-term care, as long as they need it. If the public feels threatened or endangered in any way by anybody's behavior, your response is always the same. You call the police. Full stop. It doesn't matter whether the person is mentally ill or whether they're well.
Regarding who is responsible for housing and rehabilitating the homeless persons in the territory, Dr. Rubain explained that it is not a government issue, but we all have a responsibility to care for such persons.
Some persons have family members that may be able to contribute in some way, whether large or small, toward the care and the upkeep of a relative who may be having challenges in terms of housing and daily living. So, the agency that would facilitate that would be social development. But I think it's very important for the community to understand that we all have a responsibility to assist these persons who are very vulnerable.
It's not just an issue for government to deal with, which unfortunately is the way that we tend to think in the BVI. These people are the government's problem. They're not the government's problem. They're BVI's problem. And the persons who are interested in forming public-private partnerships with the government can do that. We can develop housing solutions. There isn't any reason why a service club, for example, can't partner with the government to create a shelter where persons can have at least a place to sleep and have a place to access clean water, clean clothes, a meal.
Meanwhile, Dr. Samuel said that as long as the economy remains the same, the challenge of homelessness will persist.
The problem is broader than we're even talking about right now, right? And it will continue to be a problem as long as our economic situation continues to be as it is. You're going to have more and more people who are going to become socially disadvantaged, and the people who are potentially homeless are going to become homeless. So it is something that has to be looked at in a comprehensive way.
According to Dr. Samuel, the health minister has said he will be looking at a facility, and plans are in place to take a more structured approach to the matter of the territory's homeless as well as the mentally ill. This is Walter Barrett reporting for JTV News.